Hey, what's up? So this is just a little impromptu video. I wasn't planning on making a video, but my 2019 Can-Am X3 RC is getting that known issue, the driveline rattle, whatever. It sounds like something's loose when you're in two-wheel drive. When you put it in four-wheel drive, it goes away. Can-Am issued out a bulletin with a fix that you would drill a set screw into the yoke and then tighten it down on the drive shaft. Well, mine has been fixed supposedly, and the drive shaft is still rattling. Even I checked the set screw, it's tight. Another fix that I read would be to grease the splines because there is no grease in them. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take mine apart. I'm going to drill and tap in and put in my own grease zerk and see how that goes. I didn't see any videos out there about that or much talk about adding a grease fitting. So I figure I'm just going to throw this quick video together, done by my phone. It's not professional. I'm one-handed, very impromptu, but maybe it'll help somebody out. So check it out. Let me know what you think. And here's what we're looking at. I unbolted the carrier bearing and the front drive shaft bolt. There it is over there. It's 13 millimeter each side. There's a 15 millimeter on the carrier bearing. Once you get the carrier bearing loosened up, you can slide it back just enough where you can take the front prop shaft off. Came out no problem. But the splines dry as a bone. So supposedly that's where the rattle comes from. Alright, so here is the front drive shaft. This goes to the front differential. Okay. This goes to where the drive shaft comes through the carrier bearing. This is where that attaches. It's dry. This is the hole for the set screw that was already done. But I started getting the rattle last weekend at a Half of McCoy trip. I checked this set screw and it was it seemed tight. So some other fixes I thought were to add grease to the splines. Well, I don't want to take off this every time I want to add grease, so I'm going to add a zerk fitting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go opposite the set screw. 1.5 millimeters, they say. A 6x1 screw. And you can just tap it in. And that's what I'm going to do here. So I got my drive shaft yoke measured, hooked up on the drill press, so now I'm going to start drilling. Take our little grease zerk fitting. It's a 6 millimeter by 1. Already tapped it. You don't have to do it tight, just snug. You'll strip it. Ask me how I know. Boom. Set screw, grease zerk. So get the carrier back in, front drive shaft back in. Now I get a greasable fitting. It's kind of a pain to have to repack that with grease if you got to take it apart. I did take the whole drive line out since I had it apart and packed the back with grease. Put it back on, put the front back in, tighten the bolt, and I'll try to go zerk fitting. Sorry, one-handed here. And then on the opposite side is the set screw fix to keep that thing from coming off or rattling on the drive shaft. I did check the carrier bearing, it was fine, no play at all. I'm gonna leave it be. So yeah, so when it comes time for my zerk greasing after every other ride, or depending on what we're doing, I just pop this little kick panel off. Greasable fitting. I don't know. I'll have to update you, let you know if it works out, if there's any problems with it. But so far, something I'd want in there. I don't know why Can-Am didn't, but there you go. That's my fix.